Okay, reality is again. So I probably talked about this. I know I did. I talked about this for non-for-profit organizations. And the dilemma that I'm having is we have a lot of non-for-profit organization who is listed as non-for-profit. The awning says the name of the organization. The building sits there with the organization, phone numbers and everything, but it does not exist. There's nobody inside the building. But these are organizations that potentially get all the grant money and they get it over and over again. My problem is there are organizations that does do the work, but they don't get the adequate grant money that they need. And when they apply, they got to go through hell to get the money. I know of an organization right now who's got funding for an after school program who is misappropriating the funds. They're saying they're going to help other organizations, but they're actually using those funds for themselves, and other organizations don't even see that money. Then there's another organization who is getting funding for low income housing, and they're getting a nice chunk of change because they do single room occupancy, and they provide a single bed, a microwave, and half a refrigerator, but they don't abide by no rules. They don't do no room inspections. They've had um, someone to die and been there dead for 2 weeks. They have bed bugs. They don't check the rooms like they should. And yet and still the government send them a check freely. Now I'm wondering who is regulating these programs? You're giving out this money, but nobody regulates the programs. And then what makes me mad is once somebody pull the cover off of it, and it's not the people who should pull the cover, it ends up in the paper, the news, on the email, and you should have addressed this a long time ago. So clearly I already know you're not doing the proper inspection that you should be doing, because if you're going to give away money to organizations, you don't check and see if they're servicing the people they're going to service. You don't check and see if their quantities are right. You don't check and see if the money is spent adequately. You don't check nothing. You write the check and you just mail it off, and nobody goes back and check until somebody else blows up the little scam that they got going on, and you find out that the organization is not the organization that they said they was, and neither are they servicing the people that they say they are servicing. So you got rules for driving, you got rules for DUIs, you got rules for child abuse, you got rules for this, you got rules for that. But where you should apply the rules is where you don't apply the rules. You got businesses that has classified themselves as non-for-profit. They say they help seniors, they say they help homeless people, they say they help ex-offenders, they provide families with or mothers who have children in school with extra income to offset the money have to pay for daycare and aftercare before care. But yet and still the communities are not seeing these services being provided, and nobody is asking the questions why. Why is that? School is high, daycare is high, it's hell. And when you really calculate the money you have to spend for other bills and your utilities, daycare can take a nice chunk of change out your life, and you still have to feed your kids, and you still have to live. But there are organizations out here who say they help you with jobs, they help you with bus fare, and they do not. So I'm saying in this video, if this is the case, people think about it. If they are 10 organizations within a 6-block radius that provide help for seniors, unemployed, people out of school, parents who need assistance with daycare, aftercare, and all this stuff. If that happened in every city, non-for-profit organization that exists, and there's 10 of them within a 6-block radius, why are we having the problems that we have? Somebody answer that. If all this money is floating around that the government is providing and different organizations is giving other organizations this money, why are we having the problem we have? We have United Way, who have a nice chunk of change. We have everybody collect funds, but nobody's being serviced and nobody's being helped. People are still dying. They're sick. Mothers, fathers, families are still struggling to pay daycare. Unemployed are still not being helped. They still don't have no bus fare, and people are still living on the street. So you tell me what's going on, because I want to know myself. What's going on?